Nate Wellman now. Nate, we're heading up to your neck of the woods next week with Bassmaster Elite Series. Tell me a little bit about what that water might have in store for this Elite Series.
Well, you know, that part of the bay that we're fishing, I've actually never fished, but I have fished towards the mouth of it and in other parts, Little Bay to Knock, etc. We're in for a lot of fun. I've heard a lot about it over the years. I've always wanted to fish there. It's supposedly just chock full of fish. I mean, it sounds like we're going to catch a pile of them, so that's always a lot of fun. You know, the negatives are, you know, we get the right wind direction, we could face a little bit of bumpy situation, but being from Michigan, that's something I think I can handle. I've had my fair share of monster waves. So.
Now, you say you never fished this specific area, but coming from Michigan, you familiar with like some of the tactics and some of the things that it'll take to put together a big bag there? Do you think that gives you a bit of an advantage?
You know, I honestly, I like to think that. You know, I have caught a lot of Great Lakes smallmouth in my life, all around Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, all over the place. So yeah, I mean, you know, I like to think that, you know, when I find them, I know how to make the right changes at the right times. You know, I know the right bait selections and the right colors. At least I like to think so. And, you know, on top of it, I even know what I want to find and what I'm looking for as far as the structural element that should be holding quality fish.
Obviously, it will take the practice period to get completely dialed in, but generally, what kind of baits and tactics are effective on Great Lakes smallmouth?
Well, spinning rods are going to come in huge up there. Light line. I'll be fishing with a lot of 6 and 8 pound test line. You know, I mean, the common stuff, you know, drop shot's going to be pretty popular. Tube fishing's going to be popular. You know, if you find them, you know, enough shallow enough, jerk baits, spinner baits, topwaters, crank baits, you know, these fish are really aggressive. They will hit a 6-inch swim bait or a spinner bait or a 3-inch little worm on a drop shot. I mean, they will be aggressive. They will be feeding. As far as getting a little bit more technical than that, well, we'll just talk about that at the end of next week.
We're going to see 5 and 6 pounders?
I believe we'll see some 5s, and it wouldn't surprise me to see some 6s. You know, I wish we could go a little bit further. I think you'd see a lot more bigger fish, but it'll be a good time. There's going to be a lot of fish weighed in, and it's going to be a tight race.
Well, aside from yourself, who do you think is going to be tough to beat up there?
Well, you know, I'm just going to go in general. I think that a lot of the northern anglers that have a lot of experience up there is going to be, you know, huge. You know, Travis being a local by all means. But, you know, these guys are the best in the world. It's really hard to pick who's going to, you know, dominate up there. But I think the northern guys are people that have a lot of experience on Great Lakes smallmouth. That's going to show, I think, next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
Not a problem.